Hello everyone, I'm Teacher Al. Welcome to my channel. Ngayon ay pag-aralan natin yung paano kukunin yung arc length. Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, kailangan nating mag-review muna how to find the circumference of a circle. In our example, the given circle is r equals 4 cm, the radius. And before we're going to use the solution, so we will remember the value of symbol phi, 22/7 in fraction, and decimal is 3.1416. According to Archimedes is a Greek mathematician na nakadiscover ng relationship between circumference and diameter. So the diameter meaning 2 radius, dalawang radius equals 2 diameter, and the formula for circumference equals 2 pi r. Now in this problem, we're going to use the formula C equals 2 pi r. Then next step is substitution. We're going to substitute the r, which is the radius. The given is 4, substitute here, becomes 4 now. Then we will multiply 2 times 4 equals 8. Then copy the pi symbol. Then write the unit centimeter. Then multiply 8 times the value of pi. We have 3.1416. Then the result equals 25.1328 centimeter. If the teacher required to reduce this into 2 decimal places, we're going to round up and we're going to cancel the 28. And since 28 is less than 50, so we cannot add 1 to the next number. So that's why our final answer for the circumference and the given radius 4 centimeters, circumference equals 25.13 centimeter. What is arc length? Yung arc length ay ang distance from x to y. So the distance here, ito po ang tinatawag na arc length. Sa symbol natin pagsulat is arc xy. So to find the arc length, ang measurement niya ay kailangan tayong gumamit ng formula. Arc length equals MSE, measure of subtended angle, or the so-called the central angle, over 180 degrees times pi times the radius. Okay, this our denominator is 180 degrees because we're just talking only for arc length. To find the arc length, we're going to use 180 degrees only because remember 180 is half of the circle. And if we're compared to finding the sector, area of a sector, our denominator is 360. So it's different now from arc length. Okay, pagpatuloy natin, problem solving. Unang tanong, find the arc length from x to y. So the given circle and point x and point y, and the problem asking for the length of arc from x to y. So ito yung gustong malaman kung gaano to kalayo. Yan. At mayroong central angle or subtended angle 50 degrees at saka mayroon siyang radius na 30 cm. So to find the arc length, we will use the formula arc length equals measure of subtended angle, this one, 50 degrees, over 180 degrees times pi times radius. So the next step, we're going to substitute the MSA or the subtended angle measurement is 50 degrees. So we have now here 50 degrees, substitute. Then over 180 degrees, just only copy. Then copy pi, and the radius now substitute or replace by 30 centimeter. Then the next step is divide 50 degrees divided by 180 degrees. So degree divide degree, no more. So 50 divided by 180, the result is 0.277. Then the value of pi is 3.1416, so we're going to multiply. Then also 30 degrees, we're going to multiply it. Then 0.2777 times 3.1416 times 30. The result of our computation is the arc length now is 26.1726 centimeter. And for two decimal places, our final answer will be arc length equals 26.17 centimeter. So the arc length now of 50 degrees with 30 centimeter radius x to y, ang distansya po nito ay 26.17 centimeter. That's for question number 1. And we have another question. Our number 2 questions, find the arc length from A to B. So in our given figure, this circle from A to B, so from here up to B, what is the distance? So that's the questions. With the central angle or subtended angle 140 degrees and the given radius is 10 centimeter. The same, we're going to use the formula for finding the arc length. Arc length equals measure of subtended angle or central angle over 180 degrees times pi times the radius. The next step is we are going to substitute for the given based on the problem. Arc length equals the MSE equals 140 degrees over 180 degrees times the value of pi, we have 3.1416, and the value of the radius, we have 10 here. Substitute, then multiply. Rather, we are going to divide first. 140 divided by 180 equals 0.0777 times the value of 3.1416 times 10 equals 31.416. Then we are going to multiply again these two, and the result is 24.4322 centimeter. Then reduce the two decimal places. Our arc length now equals 24.43 centimeter. So the distance from A to B, or the arc length, is equals to 24.43 centimeter. Our next problem, this is number 3, find the arc length from C to D, or from C to D. So with the given subtended angle 45 degrees and the radius is 15 centimeter. The same, we're going to use the formula of arc length equals MSE over 180 degrees times pi and r, the radius. Then substitute, arc length equals the MSE, we have 45 degrees over 180 degrees times the value of the pi, we have 3.1416 times the radius. The value of the radius is 15 centimeters, so we have now 15 here. Then we have to do is to divide. First, 45 divided by 180 degrees equals 0.25, no more degrees, because if we're going to divide degrees in degrees, no more. Then 3.1416 times 15, we have 47.124. Then multiply 0.25 times 47.124, we have 11.781 centimeter, and reduce to two decimal places, we have arc length equals 11.78 centimeter. So therefore the distance from C to D, the arc length now is 11.78 centimeter. Guys, to find the circumference of a circle, we have always to remember the formula for finding the circumference. We have the C equals 2 pi radius. And to find the arc length, we have also to remember the formula, which is arc length equals the measure of subtended angle over 180 degrees times the phi, which is 3.1416, the value, times the radius. So the difference between the arc length and the sector for finding the length, the denominator of finding the arc length is 180 degrees, while the denominator of finding the sector, the area sector of a circle is 360 degrees, and we have the radius squared. Here and finding the arc length, we are just only multiplying the radius, not the radius squared. I hope you learned something from our discussion, and watch for the next video.